The center of the great Persian Empire, ceremonial capital of the Achaemenians, and the showpiece of Achaemenian art.
So I, Ahura Mazda, the Almighty God, have chosen thee, Cyrus. I have taken thee by the hand. I have called thy name, and I have made thee master of the earth.
Rugged hill in the south of Iran, approximately 500 kilometers from the Persian Gulf, stands the most supreme creation of antiquity, Persepolis. In its time of beauty, grandeur, splendor, and significance, it marked the culminating achievement of the ancient Near East. It tells the story of a nation's rise to fame and glory, and then the tragic tale of jealousy and revenge. Whatever your motivation to visit this ancient masterpiece, its story won't leave you unchanged. The detail in artwork and the depth of symbolism represents the sophistication and intelligence of a very special people. The recurring theme of bull and lion seems to represent the old versus the new order. But perhaps the most telling inscription would be the one at the entrance to the platform, where King Darius wrote, "This is the country Persia which Ahura Mazda gave me, which is beautiful, possessing good horses, possessing good men. Let Ahura Mazda bear me aid and protect this country from an evil host, from famine, from deceit. Formerly here a fortress had not been built. By the grace of Ahura Mazda, this fortress I built, and I built it secure and beautiful and adequate." Palace must be one of the most beautiful museums in Tehran today. It's built on this natural plateau overlooking the Alborz Mountains. You see, if you thought you're going to come to Iran for a good, strong espresso, you're mistaken. Well, they have coffee shops, but they serve tea, chai tea. There's quite a ritual to it. Merci.
So you say, chai ba restakane kamarbari, which means tea in a cup with a thin waist.
There's a saying in Iran, Esfahan, Nesfa Jahan, which means Esfahan is half the world. And surely its beauty, charm and splendor have cast strange and marvelous spells over many visitors. Means 40 pillars, and the number 40 signifies abundance and multiplicity in Iranian literature. The symbolism then of this design is that the 20 pillars on this porch would be reflected in the pool beyond, thereby creating an impression of 40 pillars in the viewer's mind. Chehelsatun Palace was built in Chehelsatun Gardens, and it was used mainly for the purposes of foreign entertaining and for foreign dignitaries. is created solely by difference in elevation. It flows through numerous parts of the garden until it reaches the Finn village, where it waters vast orchards famous for its figs and pomegranates. It's once said that this spring operated 33 water mills. Centuries ago, it was used for its medical purposes, and it attracted the attention of many physicians and scholars. It's also estimated that the daily turnover of this spring amounted to 5 kilograms of pure gold.
Although lands would signify nothing without men, men in turn cannot survive without having a perfect land either. Iran is the ancient name referring to the corner of the earth with 4 climate regions. This 4-season land serves as an exhibition of harmonies and paradoxes. While in the most northern parts, people are wearing woolen hats and overcoats, the people of Kish and Chabahar swim along the coasts of the Persian Gulf. The diversities of the linguistic, ethnical, and cultural essence have always paved the ground for the constant emergence of the different thoughts and creation of artistic works among the Iranians. The works and masterpieces which have been gathered around a single axis called the Persian language. The Iranians have left mementos indicating the fact that, compared to the people from the other lands, they have possessed the rich culture and the leading thoughts. The studies of the historical remains show that the Iranians have always been advanced and civilized. The inscriptions dating back to thousands of years ago relating to the human rights carved on the heart of the stones are indicative of such latitudinarianism, progress, and ancient Persian civilization. The people of Iran have always been searching for the best. In spite of having a great civilization, when they got familiar with the spirit of Islam, which was in turn humanitarian and spiritual, they converted to it so voluntarily. They mingled the civilization with the Islamic culture as if the two had had the same essence from the very beginning. The formation and the victory of the Islamic Revolution under the leadership of Imam Khomeini is the result of the Iranians' perfectionism to revive the ancient Islamic Iranian values. The Iranian nation continues to urge on such values, and the efforts have resulted in the splendor of Iran. It also contributed to the value of the nation in the eyes of the international beholders from the other countries. The signs of the marriage of the lofty Iranian art with the exalted Islamic significance are manifested through domes, minarets, the columns, and the design patterns everywhere in Iran, including the beautiful city of Isfahan, which is considered as an all-out museum. There is another sign of such marriage as well, that is to say, latitudinarianism and the peaceful and kind coexistence with all of the other true religious thoughts. The reflection of such marriage is also visible in the Persian literature. The poems of Hafiz and Sa'di touch the soul and hearts of mankind. And Ferdowsi's masterpiece Shahnameh is like the garden of Persian soil and Islamic seeds. Another garden of the same essence can be found in the works of Maulana, the famous Persian philosopher and poet, the one after whom UNESCO has nominated the year 2007 as the Maulana year for commemorating his memory. The stream, on its way to the sea, is faced with so many obstacles. Water can move some minor ones away, and at the time of facing the big ones, it changes the direction and finds the way out of them. Likewise, the Iranians have shown that, backed by the treasury of true faith, genius and will, they can surmount any obstacle in order to achieve their aims. On this path, and during all this, the Iranian youth have made golden historic records in the exalted fields of science, art, and sport. Today, the scientific success of the Iranian scientists is based on the glamorous and bright background. In the past, the Iranian men of thoughts have been far ahead of their contemporaries in the different branches of science. From Hakim Khayyam, who had granted the mankind with the blessing of time management through invention of the new calendar, to Avicenna, whose books Shifa, the Book of Healing, and Qanun, the Canon of Medicine, are still considered as the valid and reliable sources of study, and Hakim al-Khwarizmi, after whom the scientific term algorithm was coined, serve as the best example of such phenomenon here. Too, in our age, there are distinguished thinkers who are considered to be the brilliant manifestation of the genius of the Iranian youth. Today, the Iranian scientists and scholars have gained power in the fields of new science such as nanotechnology, nuclear power, the creation of supercomputers, and the stem cells, to the extent that they can contribute to creation of knowledge and science along with their colleagues in the developed countries. The success of nuclear scientists of Iran, as well as the creation of the clone ship by the means of the stem cells, are just a few instances of the capabilities of the Iranian thinkers. The vividness of the Iranian society, along with the purposeful management, would pave the ground for huge success of the Iranian youth in the field of the universal sport competitions. The Iranian handicapped volleyball players have been the champions of the world for so many years. The adolescents and the youth who play volleyball have also been on the threshold of championship, and this year the Iranian basketball team has received the International Basketball Federation's Oscar in this field. Today, every museum in the world which is home to some Iranian artistic works would contribute to greater validity in the eyes of the visitors. This issue is rather the result of combination of the Iranian artistic spirit and significance rather than a mere technical product. The Iranian miniature painting enjoy delicacy and vivacity, whose instances can be found in the beauty of the paintings of spring. And Mr. Farshchian, as the most outstanding Iranian master of miniature, has displayed maximum degree of softness, delicacy, and thoughtfulness through mingling the exalted spirit of mysticism with his works. The Iranian cinema is reflecting the most vivid content in the simplest form on the silvery screen of the world cinema, and the stars like Intizami have left a shining path in this regard all around the world. The Iranian music also enjoys the same characteristic. That's why Shahram Nazari, the Iranian singer, has been received France's Chevalier des Arts et Lettres. The media relations in the world of today are considered to be the means of exchanging of information and culture. Iran has also opened the great gates to the nation as well as to the people of the world through using more than 100 radio and television networks. The successful event of ABU, Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union, in this fall in Tehran is a sign of unanimity and willingness of the other countries to be in contact with the Islamic Republic of Iran in the field of media. Today, the manifestation of knowledge and speciality of the Iranian youth in the different branches of industry is overtly known to everyone. The Iranian young scientists have achieved a noticeable degree of self-sufficiency in the world of modern industry, such as nuclear power and supercomputers. The Iranian knowledge has always been at the service of mankind, and it will be forever as well. The production of anti-AIDS drugs, together with anti-cancer drugs and the like, are a few instances in this regard. Saffron, pistachios, caviar, and carpet are well known under the name of Iran all around the world. The Persian carpet is the manipulation of hands and heart in the waves of color and knots. The Persian carpet is not a craft, but art. It's not a sleeping pad. It's a picture made by the designs and patterns and color mixed with the people's life. Today, the Iranian society is vivid, happy, prosperous, cultural, well-wisher to the universal society, and knowledge-oriented. The Iranian youth have no wish other than the prosperity of humankind. More than 1 million of the Iranian youth would enter the universities annually, where they follow various favorite courses of studies, and 60% of them are girls. Today, the Iranian girls, together with men, are moving forward. The women's occupational spectrum covers a broad scope, from the vice president to professors at university, physicians, teachers, the artists, and even the taxi drivers, all are included within this framework. Women also are among the representatives of the Islamic Parliament, known as Majlis. They are directly elected through people's votes. The elections during the 3 decades have reflected the fact that people have always chosen their own destinies. It also shows their eternal presence in such activities. The Iranian girls have manifested their various capabilities in the various fields, one of which is the field of sports. The exalted aim in all of the sport fields would lie where the earth touches the sky, Everest Mount. The decisive Iranian women, with their will of iron, have tamed Everest. Iran is rich with the colorful attractions for the just beholders and beauty lovers. Each corner of such a vast land is filled with the God-given beauties and remains of the Iranian and Islamic ancient civilization, and attracts everyone who admires the beauty. I'm Iran, a manifestation of divine paradise. I'm Iran, not a handful of dust and soil. I'm the table for the hungry eyes and hearts. I'm Iran.